Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me smidgy that down. Good morning, hello. I feel like the weekend was long, but also then went really quickly, if that makes any sense. I'm tired. I didn't go to sleep till like 2:30 last night. Almost didn't stream because I was tired. My back was hurting, and we have a leaky toilet that needs fixing, which is stressing me out. But I figured even if I come on only for an hour, I should come on. So here we are. I'm going to continue with the stitch. We need to, hang on, let me go over to the creative scene. We're going to continue with stitch today. I didn't end up getting any felting stuff, but that's okay. What I might do is get my felt out and just do the felt and glue it on for now. Aluna, as she now wants to be called, Aluna would like one of these as well as Mini Kitten, so I'm going to have to make another one anyway. So possibly the next one I will get a felting thing and I can felt the eyes on, but for now I think for this one I'm just going to glue them on. I'm also not going to make the toes. I asked Mini Kitten if she wanted the toes on and she said no, she's not fussed, so we're not going to add the toes on. However, I do need to sew these legs on to get these pins out, and I also need to make the tail. So I'm going to crochet the tail today, sew everything on, and then we'll see what time it is. I'm not 100% sure where all my felt is, so I can't really just go and find that. I'd rather like find it first before the stream. However, I have just had a quick look on Pinterest for some things to make. And I found a load of Harry Potter amigurumis, but not like short ones like this, because I've seen little short ones like this before. Just like proper, tall ones. So we may make one of those. I'm not sure. I know I did plan this week on doing the Hollow Knight. However, I can't get any more white yarn until the weekend. So unless I just suck it up and go with the white that I've got, which I really don't want to do, so probably not. I'd be better waiting and doing that next week instead. So I might start one of these Harry Potter figures. There's loads of them. They've got like Dobby, Sirius Black, even like Minerva McGonagall. They've got Dumbledore, Hagrid, Harry, Ron, Hermione. They even have Harry in like a Quidditch outfit. So I could start one of those and then do that like in my own time. And then, because there's so many of them and I would like to do them all, obviously. I could do like one and then it helps me kind of test out the pattern, because I've seen loads of different ones like this where they do loads of different like Harry Potter figures or whatever. And sometimes you do one and you kind of just, the feel of the pattern or the actual project at the end you're not too happy with. So I'd like to give it a bit of a go before I commit and I'm like, we're doing all of them. So that might be a way of me doing it, is we'll start one today, probably McGonagall, because she's just pretty much like cream for her face, a kind of darker brownie colour for her hair, and then I think it's just black and green for like her outfit. So I have all of those, I think. So yeah, I think she'll be the one that we go with, which sounds good to me. But let's start with stitch. So I need to make him a tail. So, but I hope everybody's okay. I hope we've all had a lovely weekend. Mine was okay up until we realised, so we have like lino, I guess you'd call it, on the floor in like the bathroom, and I think there's tiles under it. There's one little square that now the lino's like completely cracked and you can like lift it up, and we thought, we've lived here a long time, we thought it was just because that particular spot, which is true, that particular spot doesn't have a tile. I think the tile must have broken or something, or they took it out or whatever. And it's obviously broken right on the edges of like where the tile would be, because it's been like pushed down when you stand on it and it's just ripped it and stuff. And then over like maybe last weekish, it started, like, the bath mat was getting soaked, and it was really weird. And I lifted up that bit of lino, and it was really wet underneath, and I was really confused, and I thought, oh God, because we had a leaky roof in the kitchen. And I was like, right, is there water getting in somewhere from outside? Because we've had pretty much non-stop rain for like a week and a half, nearly 2 weeks. So I was like, maybe water's getting in somewhere, there must be a leak or whatever. Checked everything, couldn't see anything. And then Boyf was just looking at something over the weekend, and he was like, it's the toilet. I was like, what do you mean it's the toilet? He was like, the toilet's leaking. And it's quite a fast drip, but it is a drip, thankfully. Just like at the back of the toilet, just constantly. We don't know how long that's been going. We have issues with like damp and mold and stuff in the bathroom anyway, so everything's always a bit funky in there. So who knows how long that's been going. I mean, as I say, we've lived here a long time, and that tile thing has never had water under it. So I'm assuming that it's only recently, or it's only recently that it's gotten worse, because we've never noticed anything under there before. And the bath mat's always in the same place, so we would have known that getting wet. But yeah, it was really weird. So it's the only thing I can fit under there is a cup. So it's quite a large cup. Like, I got a really big hot chocolate cup that you could probably fit a tin of soup in. And I'm having to use that. And it's funny because it was like, how many times, what are you using to catch the water? I think it was kind of to judge whether it was an emergency or not. It was like, how many times, how big is the thing that you're using to catch the water? And how many times are you having to change it? And I was like, well, it's a large cup, like almost a bowl. I was like, but I'm having to change it all the time because it's a cup. I was like, if it was a bucket, I'd probably have to change it like once a day, once every 2 days. But I was like, you can't fit a bucket under there. So I was like, it probably sounds worse than it is. The issue is that when you flush the toilet, it's just, I mean, it's only a little stream that comes out, like a really thin, like, it's not like a tap. But it's like constant until it's finished flushing, and then it stops. I don't know. But obviously it needs sorting. I think what's happened is it's just where the pipe connects to the toilet, it's just like the seal's gone or something. I don't know. But yeah. So we had that to deal with this weekend, which was fun. And I was convinced that I would go to bed, and for whatever reason, it would suddenly get worse, and I'd wake up and the bathroom would be flooded. It didn't. So that's good. And then I was washing the pots this morning, and we have, because we just love leaks. I mean, we had a leaking roof. Now I've got a leaky toilet. Our washing machine actually also leaks. It's like the drawer where the powder and stuff goes in. It leaks a bit. Not, that's literally like a dribble, but you get a little tiny puddle on the floor, and because of where it is, you tend to stand in it. I was washing the pots, and I mean, when did I last? I think I did a load of washing on Saturday, because I did everyone's uniforms, so that it could dry on Sunday, because as I say, it's been raining, I couldn't put anything outside. So I'd sorted all that out, blah, 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 blah. And then I was washing the pots this morning, and I stood in a little puddle of water. I was like, why is there a puddle of water here? So I've got no idea if the washing machine just decided, I want to leak too. It's definitely not coming from under the sink, because I checked, and it's fine under there. But then part of me is also like, did I just like splash on the floor while washing the pots? Because, I mean, that could happen too. But yeah, basically, everything, it's raining outside, everything's soggy outside, everything's soggy inside at this point. Yeah, it's all great. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I ended up coming off the computer last night and sitting on the sofa and watching Orange is the New Black whilst knitting. I've been working on that Cassis. Come here, it's behind the screen here, because I was working on the Cassis shawlette, I think it's called. So right now it just looks like a long noodle, because it you do the edging first. Hello Wolfman, good morning, how are you? Yeah, you do the edging first. It looks like a long noodle. But I was working on that last night, and I stayed up till like 2, half 2. And then I woke up this morning and my back was still hurting. So thank you for the host. I've taken some paracetamol and I'm feeling okay. I took some before the school run and I've let it kick in. So That's why the other reason I wasn't going to stream this morning was just because I thought the thought of sitting here and then also trying to work with my hands would probably just hurt, but I thought no, I feel all right. Although I've had no breakfast, and boy stole the there was a flapjack left. He didn't steal it, it was his, but I was like, oh, I could have that for breakfast today, and he took it to work, so gutted. And we don't really have bread for toast, and I think cereal sometimes can set off my gallbladder, which can then hurt my back, so I don't really want to eat cereal. The joys, really. You're a bit tired? Oh, I feel you. Should we just have a nap? Just a stream nap sounds good. How was your weekend, Wolfman? How was work? Oh, and for those that didn't see, yeah, my oldest kiddo, she changed her name. She's now Aluna Midnight. I'll give her a shout out. She streamed for the first time on the weekend. We were going to stream on my stream. We were going to stream Adventure Pals together because we've streamed Adventure Pals together before and really enjoyed it, but it was a while ago. So, yeah, we were going to stream Adventure Pals together yesterday and we ended up talking about stuff and I was like, well, you can stream by yourself. You're old enough. And I'm going to be sat here anyway, but, you know, she's old enough to now. And she was like, ooh. And she had a Twitch account anyway from watching me. So we set all that up and I helped her set up like OBS and teach her how to use OBS. And she did a little stream for like an hour and a half on Sims 4. And she loved it. She absolutely adored it. So thank you to everyone who came to that, followed her, chatted to her. She really enjoyed herself. So yeah, we can probably expect some more streams from her too. But yeah, she liked it, and soon we are going to play. Maybe this weekend actually. We're going to play Adventure Pals again, but that'll be over here. Thank you, Wolfman. Thank you. Happy Father's Day to Papa Wolfman. Oh, I can imagine it was very busy. I can imagine. We had a very chill Father's Day here. Very chill. He's actually been making... I don't know if you remember ages ago, I mentioned that Aluna needed like a Viking shield and kind of like sword thing for school as like a project. They had to make one, and I ended up making her this full like shield and battle axe out of like cardboard, and it was like properly reinforced. This thing was insane. And they were using it, everyone had to make one and take it into school to use in like a reenactment thing they were doing, and the teacher was like, nobody hit that one because I want to put it on display. And it's actually on display in the department because he's a really good artist. He's a great drawer, and I think because I don't know whether he's good at level design because he has a mind like that, or whether the level design he's learnt from the level design about having a mind like that. He's really good at turning something into like a 3D shape. So we got a text last week saying, I have another project. I need to make a 3D Tudor house. So he's made her, over the weekend he started it. It still needs a bit more painting and stuff, but over the weekend he's made her a Tudor house, and it's huge for a start. I couldn't fit it like in this gap. It's so big. The poor kid's got to go to school on the bus. How she took the sword, the battle axe and shield, I'll never know. But she said, I'll just take this one the same way I took that one. So it's going to be fun on the bus with that. But it's big and it looks really cool. I'll make sure this time to take a picture, because I didn't take a picture of the sword and the shield and battle axe, and I wish I had. But for the Tudor house, I will take a picture so I can show you. And it's so cool. So proud of him. This is why I said I want him to make me like a big wizard staff. Even just a little one would be good, but I thought he'd be so good at doing like the big cosplay, like staffs or wings or whatever. He'd be, oh, if I could get him to make me a cosplay, it'd be fabulous. So that's what we were doing. That's what he was doing on Father's Day, was building a Tudor house. But he enjoyed himself, so it's okay. I can imagine it was super busy. Hopefully, it wasn't like, well, too crazy. You got to relax when you got home. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure where Lupin is. He was just going bananas. He's not eating much of his food. I think he's upstairs. He's, again, I've mentioned this before, but he likes to change what he's eating. So he'll have, like, say, his food in jelly for a week. And then he'll stop eating it. Or he doesn't stop fully. He'll eat it really slowly until I switch it to the food in gravy. And then he'll eat that absolutely fine for a week. And then he'll slow down eating that until I switch it back to jelly. And he's had jelly for a week. So it's taking him forever to eat his food. And the thing is, it was like on the thing, you meant to throw it away after like it's been out for half an hour. Because it can make them poorly, I think. After that time, it can like start growing bacteria and stuff. But he can take like an hour to eat his food. And I'm like, oh. He always has a bowl full of dry food, so I know he's not hungry. And if he was hungry, he'd just eat the darn food. It's just him being like, Mum, I've had this fish in jelly for a week now. Please, I want gravy. He's a little princess. I can imagine it was pretty crazy. I hope you've had time to like chill. It's nuts. Boy's doing weird hours at work this week, and we've got, that's why I'm wondering about the weekend about doing Adventure Pals, is because we have a birthday party on the weekend, so it's whether we can, I'm sure we can find time to fit one in, but yeah. Shall see. So because I'm going to do this and then I don't have the felting stuff for Stitch and I can't get the white for Hollow Knight, all that means is that tomorrow I'm probably, well, I'm not. Unless I can do the body on its own, which I'm possibly can. If I can do the body on its own, I can do the Hollow Knight tomorrow because I have the grey and the black for his body. If I can't do if it's like all attached and I can't do the body on its own, then I will have to maybe do either start the second one of these or do one of the Harry Potter characters, but I shall look at the pattern and see, because I'm not 100% sure. Actually, I can probably look now. Let me just do this row. 2, 3, 4. It was really weird watching Aluna stream because, bless her, she was like, well, what do I say when I start the stream, and how do I say, like, how do I finish the stream, like what to say? So I was trying to help her and I was like, well, you'll figure it, like what you want to say out yourself, but I was like, this is what I do to give her some idea. And she was like, okay. And it was so hard sitting next to her and not speaking. I was trying, every now and then I did, but I was trying to like type in the chat so she could get used to reading chat. Because obviously, like, you're trying to play your game, but then you've got to like look at chat and read chat, and then you've got to look at things like follows, like this, like Tato. I'm so sorry I'm butchering your name, but thank you very, very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You got to look for things like follows and hosts and stuff. So I was trying to talk in the chat to get her used to it, and yeah, it was weird because I was sat next door to her. I'm sorry. I'm bad with names as it is. How are you? Thank you very much for the follow. 1 single crochet and then a decrease. Let me just quickly, before I do any more of that, let's just see if Hollow Knight one isn't on here, but it is. Hollow Knight crochet. Oh no, not crochet. Crochet pattern. Hello, my baby. Hello, my heart. There it is. Hello, my ragtime gal. Horn. Oh yeah. Feet, body, cape. Yes, it is all separate. So I can make his body and his cape on their own without needing the white for his head just yet, which is great because then it means I can get the white over the weekend and then I can do his head next week. And we'll be playing more Hollow Knight on Wednesday, so I wanted to make an Ori from Ori and the Blind Forest, but all the patterns I had him looking a little bit weird. I don't know, he just didn't look as cute as in the game, so I don't know whether I could figure a pattern out myself, which could be fun. Would take a while, but could be fun. A lot of that's because I like maybe more of a chibi style of amigurumi, which would make sense really. Okay. Let's snippity snip. Hello, Laser Geek, how are you? Good morning. Okay, so we have Citel. Use that to stuff it. So the feet to the sides of the body and the tail to the lower back side. Okay, let's sew his feet on. Good, how are you? I'm good, thank you. I am good. Now I'm assuming that, yes, they want a little bit of stuffing. So let me grab said stuffing. Oh, there was another thing that I was going to do actually. I saw that people have been doing, I saw it pop up. It's like an amigurumi, me as in M-E, where you make yourself as an amigurumi. I have already done that before once, but I thought that would be cool to do again. Especially now, like I made it a long time ago, so hopefully I've improved a bit since then. So yeah, there's lots and lots of different things I want to do at the moment, which is not a bad thing. It's a nice problem to have. So I'll put a bit of stuffing in there. I need a needle. And I think to get a felting needle, I am going to buy a needle felting kit. I've seen a couple of really cute ones, so I'm just going to do that, and then I can practice. I wanted to try needle felting anyway, so I can try actual needle felting, and then I've got the felting needle to use to felt on like eyes and stuff on amigurumis. So yeah, that's my plan. Working well at work. Well, I hope work's going well. Okay. So, got a pin. Now, kind of needs to be, I don't know where his tail's going to go, like there, maybe. Don't want him falling over. Like that, maybe? Mostly tidying the workshop this morning. Oh, that's not too bad then. Hopefully. I hope. Still getting used to the new music playlist I have going on. It's nice having the chill tunes rather than the crazy dancey beats I had before. Which they're good songs, but when I'm crocheting it can get a bit much. Bit much. Okay. It's a bit of a mess. Okay, procrastinating. Let's go into actual leg away. Work needs to be done. Okay, I think, yep, we are nicely attached. Let me just, I know you can't see what I'm doing, I'm just tying off and then sewing through. So just in and out to hide the thread in there. It hides the thread so it's not just sticking out where you've finished off, and it also helps the knot not come undone, because if I cut really close to where the knot is, it just come undone, and it stops it coming undone because it's got to find its way all the way around here before it can even do that. Go, and then where are my CZs? There they are. And then I always pull it a little bit, just gently, or like push him, so then when I snip it, it pulls itself back inside, so then you don't have anything sticking there. There we go, there's one leg. Second leg. Stuff it. Do, do, bam, 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 bam. Kind of trying to stuff it the same as the other leg, really. And I'm glad she doesn't want the toes, because they were going to be a pain to crochet and so on. Right, I just want to make sure that this is in a place where it can stand. So it needs to be like there, maybe. Yeah. Pin it and see. I mean, I don't think she's bothered if he'll stand, but I would like him to be able to. Yeah, that looks good. I keep like flipping him 360, just trying to find a better angle to sew him together at. Probably see my big head. There we go. Okay. So far, he's standing. better. There we go. Just a weird rogue thread. Nowhere. So to be fair, this is pretty simple to make and put together. So hopefully when I make the second one, it should be even quicker. My phone's on loud in case Boyf calls about the toilet. So romantic. Right, there we go. That's that. Go there. Beep 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 beep. Take the pin out and weave the end in, and I will catch some of the loops just to help it. But so far, from what I've seen with amigurumis and the kids messing with them, they've never been able to pull a thread out, so it's always good. Okay, so there he is. Does he stand? Yes! Do the noodle dance. So happy he stands. Okay, so the feet to the sides of the body and the tail to the lower back side. Really, I want to go and find my felt so I can do all these felty bits, but okay, it's right at the bottom of his butt. So I'm hoping it'll kind of... They've done it right at the bottom, I'm guessing to help him stand, so I shall do the same. I'm not sure if they've put a bit of stuffing in it. I haven't, but just used the the extra thread that I had from making the magic ring. I didn't even check to see if I was sewing this on in the center. Oops, that may have been a bad idea. Surprisingly, it is, which is very surprising for when I'm working on stuff. There's like, no, Evie's okay. Is it him? Yes. So Bulbasaur's head is actually on slightly to that way, and then, which also means that the back of him looks like it's off center. He's just a big derp, he is. But he's my derp. I know you can't see what I'm doing. Hey, you would have been able to if Stitch hadn't been there, the picture. Okay. There we go, there's one tail. So the only thing left to do now is felt. So what I will do is I'll go up and see if I can find the felt. If I can't, I will grab the stuff to make Hollow Knight or McGonagall. I'm not sure. We're going to do the Hollow Knight tomorrow, so I'm kind of thinking McGonagall, maybe. Well, yeah, I know where the cream is, so... There's his little tail. Does it help him stand? Yeah. Oh, he stands so well. I'm actually really impressed. So I will be right back. I'm going to go and grab... hang on. Put that one on. I'm going to go ahead and grab either felt or some creamy yarn to start McGonagall, but I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. Anna! Hello, lovely. How are you? Just grabbing stuffs. How are you doing? Right, so we have glue gun. I found lots of felt. I was worried that I wouldn't have any white, but I found some scraps from making stuff at Christmas, so that's always good. And then my mum got me, I think it was last year for Christmas, this pack of like loads of different colours. So it's not bad. I don't have a light pink though, unfortunately. Hang on, do I even have a light blue? Oh, I don't. Okay. I don't have a light enough blue. These aren't light enough. They're like, the light blue's almost white. Although on the picture, like there, the blue's, well, yeah, it's the same colour as that, and I don't have anything that colour. It is light blue. And I don't have a light pink. Ah, dang it. So I guess we're not doing the felt. Hello, my cookie. How are you? Good, thanks yourself. I'm great, Anna. Thank you. I'm glad you're doing good. Okay, let me unplug the glue gun. Okay, that's fine. I'll have to just go. What a shame. I'll have to go buy felt. Okay. So. Hello, Daniel. Good morning. How are you? Okay, so we're going to start the Hollow Knight tomorrow. I can do his body without doing his head, so that is fine. So what I'm going to start today is, let me see if I can find it because I found it on Pinterest this morning. We are going to start some Harry Potter amigurumis. Who is it by? Daisy and Storm. Glad you're okay, Danielle. Fine, I just finished usual epic battle with my headset. Oh gosh. But it's not expensive as yet. Yeah. It will be, it'll be all good. I have to get some yarn as well for the, what am I thinking of? I have to go get some yarn for the Hollow Knight that I'm making anyway, so. Let me just pop this under patterns, edit. There we go. There's Daisy and Storm. I'm just crafting along with you. Diamond painting, of course. Ooh. Something else I want to get again. It's too much to make. Harry Potter, did I hear? Yes. So this person, I just found them before the stream on Pinterest. They're called Daisy and Storm, and they have loads of crochet and knitting patterns. And they have loads. There's graduation dolls, bedtime dolls, cat toys, teddy bears, kittens, bunnies, and then they have like a Harry Potter series. So they have Sirius Black, Luna Lovegood, Dobby. Oh my god, they even have Jon Snow and Daenerys, Buffy, Draco, Harry Potter playing Quidditch, Mad Hatter, Hagrid, Alice. Oh my god, they even have a Captain Picard. Oh my god. They have like Hermione Granger where she's holding a load of books. Batman. There's so many. So, I'm going to try, we're going to do McGonagall because I know I have black and green. We shall try her out and see what the pattern's like, and then go from there, really. Wait. Hollow Knight, what pattern can I see? I have a friend who loves that game. Yes, I will send it to you. I started playing it. I've seen the pattern a couple of times because I've always wanted to play the game, but never had it. And then somebody very kindly gifted the game to me. Shadow did the other week. So we started playing it last Wednesday. We're going to be playing it this Wednesday as well. And I was like, oh, I know, I can finally make a Hollow Knight. This one's really cool, at least from what I can see, because it comes in 2 sizes. I'm making the bigger one. There you go, there's the pattern. But it seems really cute. So I started making the head, but I'm not happy with the white yarn that I have. It's like super thin and weird. So I'm going to go and buy some more. You're very welcome. It looks really cool. But tomorrow I'm going to start on the body and his cloak because you obviously make them separately and sew them together. So I can start on those without the white. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. Can't crochet well. It's all just practice. Practice. Finishing a crocheted unicorn. It's my first paid job. That's so exciting. That's so exciting. Whoop. Okay, so flesh colour, black, green, light brown, and light grey. Crochet hook 3mm or 2.75. I don't have a 2.75, but I should have a 3mm somewhere. Is it in here? Yeah. Nope, you're a 4.5. Right, let me go get a 3mm hook and I'll be right back. Oh, okay, found it. Must have used it when I did the caravan amigurumi. Oh, just been upstairs to have a look. The cat is on the kids' bed, just really snuggled in to their bed. It's so cute. Okay. So the first thing it wants me to make is arms, which is odd. But that's okay, we can do that. So yeah, I'm planning on making other ones of these Harry Potter ones on stream, but I would like to try one off stream before I commit, because there are so many different Harry Potter amigurumis that it just makes sense to give it a go. But seeing as I don't have the felt to finish him, and I don't have the white for the Hollow Knight, I'll start that tomorrow. It made sense to just start something else. Why not? Okie dokie. Artichoke. 4 single crochets into a magic ring. Boop. Full increase. 1, 2. It's been a while since I've done something so small and used a. It's funny because when I first started crochet, I would use predominantly at least like a 5mm hook. That was probably the smallest that I would go. A lot of the stuff that I did was with an 8mm. And I was like, I could never use any of these tiny hooks. And now I find it really strange using bigger hooks. I made a granny square pillow cover, and it was so weird because I think I was using a 6. And it was so strange to use such a big hook again. What's happening with my music? There we go. So we need 2 in each. So I'm not going to stick the thing in because it's not really big enough. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's ever so squeaky. 4. Is this one a bit wobbly? Yeah. 5. 6. 7. 8. I noticed that from when I got them. I think it's the 3mm and the 6.5 or the 5.5. For whatever reason, just those two. The end's wobbly, and it's not like this is like split open a little bit, so it's wobbly. It's just, I don't know what's wrong with it. It just is wobbly. It's great. Camera do you use? I have a friend who continuously tells me to try streaming, so I try finding out if it will work with my DSLR, but it wouldn't work. On top of that, to be honest, I don't know if I actually should do it, but I'm still informing myself. Well, it's good so that you know in case you ever want to. This is a Logitech C920, I believe. I had a Logitech, I think it was is it called like a 560 or something? That was my camera before this. And that was really good. I used to use that for these, but then this went on sale on Amazon. It was like half price or something ridiculous. It was a really good deal. So we picked up one of these. I actually have a second one that Boyf was given for free in the end as well. So, but yeah, this is the C920. Because I think there's another one that's like the C922, I think. That's like come out after this, but yeah, no, I like this camera. I'm not sure how, because I know some people use like you say, like the DLSR cameras and stuff, because I know people use them for webcams, I think, and stuff like that, but I don't know how they do that. I'm assuming it's like you need capture cards or cam links or something, I don't know. But yeah, I love this camera. I don't know where my other one is. I want my other one because I wanted to use it as a face cam or a cat cam, because this one ends up being my cat cam when I do games. But obviously when I'm crocheting, I can't have cat cam, which is fine at the moment because he doesn't want to come and hang out with me. But when he does, yeah, it'd be nice to have both of them anyway, but I'm not sure where it is. But I'm pretty sure it's the Logitech. I'm sure it's like the 560 or something. I'm sure it is. I can't remember. If I find it, I can let you know, but yeah. I think most people that I know have the C920. The next thing that I want is a new microphone. I have a blue snowball, but I'd like to upgrade. I mean, even if it's just to a Yeti, I'd like to upgrade. One. Two. It's a shame that your DSLR doesn't work, because then, like you say, because you don't know if you want to, it would have been nice for you to like just be able to try it out with the stuff that you have to begin with. Necessarily the problem, but my DSLR doesn't have a possibility for connecting to a wired battery. Oh, I see. So batteries just get tired at some point. On top of the live mode with my camera, apparently it goes for 30 minutes, then switches itself off. Oh, okay. I see. I don't have a DSLR, so I don't know. I can't say I know much about them. I just know that I have seen people use them, but it's nothing to me. Ooh, oh, wrong way. There we go. Three and four. Building pictures and videos. I always wanted one. When I went to college, I nearly did photography because I love taking pictures. And I always wanted a DSLR, but I never got one. A week ago, we went to see the Glenaffian Viaduct and the Harry Potter steam train. Oh, that sounds amazing. I keep seeing videos of that train. It looks so good. One of the other reasons why I want to try this Harry Potter pattern out before I just commit and like buy yarn to do the whole thing, because I'm gonna need some like purples and stuff, is to see how big it is, because if they're like ginormous, then it won't be so good. I remember ages ago, I made the little people pattern into Papa Smurf. It's in here. Come here, Papa Smurf. I made this. A little Papa Smurf. And somebody found me a pattern. Or no, I found a pattern. They suggested that I make... or did they? No. We were talking about something and they suggested that I made a Papa Smurf. And I found a pattern and I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. It looks great. Whatever. Started making it. The Papa Smurf would have been like this big. Like the size of this. It would have been enormous. If not bigger. It was huge. So I made like 1 foot of him, like one of his feet, and I was like, no. And then so I made this pattern. I turned this little people pattern into a Papa Smurf instead. I was like, I don't want a giant Papa Smurf. And I mean, I would want giant Harry Potter characters, but I don't have the space for all this stuff at the moment. I need to go and get some black yarn, so just give me one tickety-boo. Okay, I'm back. For a second, I thought I had no black yarn, but I do. I also found a green that I can use for her. It's not this colour that it's showing up on camera. It's more greeny. That looks more bluey, but it's not. It's more greeny. Not quite the same colour that they suggest, but doesn't matter. Okay, so we need to switch to the black. Crocheting with black yarn is always fun. You can't see anything. One of the reasons why I got these light up hooks was for darker yarn so that I could see the stitches, which it's nice to use at night. This one is not actually as bright in real life as it's showing up on the camera. It's stalled a bit. They're actually, I found so far with these light up hooks that I prefer them when the battery's died a little bit, because then it's not as like glaringly bright in your face. Have I tried crocheting with fuzzy yarn? That is a pain in the butt. Yes, I have. And I have some of this stuff. I call it, I don't know what it's called. To me, it's like when you crochet with it, because I started making a C to C with it, corner to corner. It almost feels like foamy, like marshmallows almost kind of thing. I don't know, it's weird, but it is a pain in the ass to see anything. And I have some super fuzzy, like sparkly stuff that I wanted to use as like for the spikes on a hedgehog. But yeah, I'm not brave enough to do that yet. Let me go, I'll go get a skein, a ball. It's not a skein, it's a skein. Apparently it's called Fluffy Chunky. Again, by James C. Brett. I have so much James C. Brett yarn, apparently. This stuff. So it doesn't look like it's dead chunky, but when you actually work with it and work it up, it kind of has this like squishiness. It's super soft. And like when it's actually crocheted into a piece, it's just like so squishy. It makes a look like when it's there like that, you can't even see the individual strands on this bit, like, but they are there. It's just so nice. But trying to work with it is a pain in the ass. It was on sale on the market stall where I go to get stuff for like £1 a ball. So I ended up getting, I think I got 3 purple and 3 kind of minty green, because I thought they'd go nice together, and that was the 2 colours they had. And then from a previous trip, I think I already had a green. So I thought if I got a load of those, like a lot of my friends are having babies and stuff, so I thought, ooh, make a nice blanket. Or my kids like when I make blankets for their dolls and things, so I was like, yeah, we'll get some. Or even just for their bed. Yeah, it's super cheap, so I was like, right, well, we'll get a few and make something. But yeah. SL slip stitch, 8 slip stitches. It wants me to slip stitch all the way around, which is odd, but sure. Yeah, there's a market that I go to near me, and then there's a market that I go to when I visit my mum, which I don't get to visit as often as I'd like, but quite a few of the yarns that I have are from that market at my mum's, and they're really well priced. And I was bringing yarn down the other day to show someone on stream kind of the different yarns that you could get in the UK, and I didn't realise that, like, I think it was like 4 out of the 6 or something I just happened to bring down were all James C. Brett. I haven't even heard of that person before, like, that day. I didn't even realise, but it's all good. Right, 5, so we had to slip stitch all the way around, and now I need to do 8 single crochets in the back loops only. So this is her arm. Well, it's like her little hand going into her sleeve. So see. Yeah, I don't know, it's weird. I hadn't heard of James C. Brett ever. It's not like the local actual yarn store, Abercan. I'm pretty sure doesn't carry any of it. It's not like one of the ones I've heard of. So I was like, But apparently they make a lot of yarn that you can buy at markets. And to be fair, all of the James C. Brett stuff that I have is really good. I don't know what song this is. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What are you talking about? So like this shawl that I'm working on. I mean, granted it's wrapped up on a toilet roll tube right now because I made something else with it. But this is James C. Brett. This is like, I think it's 80% acrylic, 20% cotton. And I used the orange one to make a pair of socks. And then I've got this purple one. I've got another orange one. And I've got a blue one. And apparently they're James C. Brett too. Shame. There's some I want to try online that you can kind of only buy online. One of them is ice yarns. But I've never bought yarn online before because I like to squish it myself first, so I might have to just bite the bullet at some point and treat myself to some and see what it's like. I keep watching reviews on YouTube of people buying it and using it and stuff. We shall see. Okay. Now we need to go around 8 times till we get to 14. Oh god, where is it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just making sure that I'm in the right stitch. Oh, bugger. That's not what I meant to do. One. So I need my glasses on. Online is always a thing. I bought orange yarn at some point and it was orange, but like bright, almost neon orange. Yeah, that's my worry. I mean, some of the ones that I've seen on Ice Yarns are kind of like variegated cakes, so I wouldn't be too mad if the colour wasn't like exactly as it shows. But for sure, if I was buying like, especially colours for Amigurumi, I would always rather just go to where I normally go and grab them from there, because then I can feel them, so I can squish them and see what they feel like, make sure they're not too scratchy or anything. Like these are pretty soft, and then the colour is a big thing. Because even like when I've seen people's YouTube videos showing off these yarns, it's like, well, you don't know how their camera is, if you know what I mean, that they're using to film the video. Because I know I've watched them before and the person in them is like, oh, it's not coming, it doesn't, you know, I can see on the viewfinder that it's looking a bit more of a bluey purple when it isn't. It's more of a such and such a purple or whatever. So my camera tends to have an issue with purples and greens. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's pretty true to colour, to be fair. But like, especially the darker stuff, that looks nothing like it does in real life. So that's why as well, I try and put up, like after a stream, I like to take a picture of what we've done that stream and put it up on Instagram and Twitch, so that can actually see what colour it is. 2, 3, 4. It doesn't say anything about stuffing. It says the legs stuff as you go. So I'm probably not going to need to stuff these, which is nice. And right now I cannot see any of these stitches. I don't have my glasses on. I can't really wear them with the headphones because it makes them go all wonky, so I don't tend to wear them, and they do get my head. I'm just going by kind of instinct and feeling and just knowing where stitches go. I was a bit worried about doing that weird, like why it would make me slip stitch, and then I understood the back loops only, but why it would make me slip stitch first. But it actually gave it a nice look, I think. Kind of pulled it in a little bit at the hand, at the wrist. Would it be the wrist? I mean, I guess so. So you kind of like pulled it in, kind of give her a bit of a cuff. I like that. I like it. Feels so good to be getting back to doing amigurumis. I went through a very long time of doing like all the Pokemon ones and stuff, and you know, silly ones like Papa Smurf. And it's so nice to get back to doing them again. I like doing bigger projects like blankets. I just finished one the other day actually, but they're more of like a sit in front of the telly and do them thing, because I don't need to concentrate, and a lot of the time it's just the same stitch over and over and over again. So I like them because it's one I could just put down and pick up whenever and watch telly doing them. But sometimes they can drag and I get bored doing the same stitch over and over again, and like they're working on the same project. It's one of the things I love about amigurumis is a lot of them work up pretty quick and they look so cool when they're done, and you're like, wow, I made that. So cool. Do 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 do. Oh, that is some good saxophone. Is it saxophone or clarinet? Pretty sure it's a saxophone. always wanted to learn how to play the saxophone. I played the flute at school, and if I'd have known at the time, I'd have probably chosen a saxophone. I mean, I love playing the flute, but I would have played the saxophone. My friend did clarinet and saxophone. I'd love to learn how to play the saxophone. That was something I was thinking of the other day as well. I could do a flute playing stream, although my flute needs a good clean and tune up and all that good stuff. Quite interesting. My problem is with bigger blankets is I always feel a little tired of crochet once I finish them. Like my last blanket, when I was done, I didn't crochet for almost 2 months. Yeah, you can get a bit, I think with a bigger project, you can definitely feel quite burnt out afterwards. That's why I always seem to have, even with a bigger project, I will have like 2 or 3 on the go so I can put it down. Although at the moment I'm being pretty good. I mean, like, this is only half done because I don't have the felt. If I had the felt, he'd be finished. I need to do some felt bunting actually for the caravan, because I'm not going to crochet it. I am going to do felt bunting, so I need to do that. And while I've got the felt out, I can actually do that. Ooh, I might do that once I've done this arm actually, and then that'll be the caravan done. And then, yeah, I actually finished the blanket, so at the moment my sit down and do in front of the telly projects are that are a scarf that I'm knitting and that shawl that I'm knitting, so trying to cut down on stuff. I was given the choice of flute or clarinet as a child, so yeah, I went for flute. Yeah, my sister did clarinet for like 1 term and then was like, no. I played flute. I loved playing flute. I was in the choir at school and we had band, so I was in band too, and it was so much fun. So good. It's funny because we used to, this was in primary school, we used to do like the local summer fairs and stuff. We would go and perform like the school band, and it was so much fun. And as far as I know, from what I've seen other kids do at my daughter's school at the moment, so far they don't even have like the option for them to play an instrument at all. Hi. Dim! Hello! Thank you very much for the 30 bits. Good morning, Dim. How are you, lovely? Thank you very much for all the bits. Yeah, they don't even have the option for them to do an instrument. Because I was in band in primary school. I didn't start flute until secondary. We did have a band in primary school, but at the time, I couldn't, we weren't in a situation where I could have the lessons to play anything other than the recorder, so I used to play the recorder in band. And then when I went to secondary school, I was able to do my flute lessons and I was in the flute. But even at so my oldest has just gone into secondary and I don't think they do music lessons either. It's very weird. I wish they did, because I know my little girl wants to play. I still have my flute, so I've been teaching them. But I'm not a flute teacher, so I'm not very good at teaching them. I'm doing good, thank you, Dim. I'm doing really well. Thank you. I loved it, and then I got annoyed because my sister started playing it as well, and well, she was better than me. Just accept it. She has better technique, and I have the better sound and emotional input. Exactly. Exactly. It's sad if children can't choose if they want to play an instrument. Exactly. It is, and I would love for her to learn an instrument, because it did, I loved it. The band side, the confidence of having to perform in front of people and like doing your exams and stuff. And all that, it's so good. And I wouldn't mind if she chose violin, if she chose, I don't know, trombone, I don't care, just something. I think it would be great. And it's funny because a lot of the schools around here, the ones that are more difficult to get into, look on your kind of like applications, I guess, to get in, because it's like the ones where the kids have to take a test to get in, those ones, they look for things like you get like a good standing, I guess. I don't know if they use a point system or whatever, pretty much, because you get like points for going to church and stuff, and you get points for if your kid can, like, you know, if they've learnt an instrument. I'm like, that's great, but I'm assuming that there's private tutor. Well, I know there are private tutors that you could have to teach your kid an instrument, but I don't know why the school doesn't offer it. Because, like, the school don't pay for it. The parents have to pay for it. So, I don't know. I don't know how it all works. But it's definitely something that I'm going to look at for her if she really wants to do it. Because she started doing dance lessons for a little while. But I think she wants to do swimming instead. She really loves swimming. Yeah. She wanted to do horse riding, and I said, there's no chance. And then the oldest said, oh, I've decided, because the oldest hasn't had a hobby for as long as I can remember. She just can't seem to get into anything. And we've tried all sorts of things with her to try and help her figure out like a hobby thing that she likes doing. Nothing so far. And then she came the other day and she was like, I figured out what hobby I want to do. I was like, oh, that's cool. What would you like to do? Horse riding. She was like, yeah, my mum says I can't do it because it's way too expensive. I was like, yeah. Can't pick something like gardening or like, I don't know, cycling or reading. No, horse riding. Because she played an instrument for a while too. She did the flute. But at her primary school, maybe they do offer it at her secondary school and she's just not mentioned it. At her primary school, so I say she's my oldest, she's my stepdaughter. At her primary school, she lives in like another place. She lives in a different town. And in her primary school, every kid got to try an instrument for like a term for free. And then if they liked it, then they could carry it on, kind of thing, which I thought was really cool. Because then all the kids got a good few weeks of trying it out and seeing how they felt and whether they wanted to carry it on. And she had a flute, so that was pretty cool, but she didn't want to carry it on. Or at least her mum didn't carry it on for her. I can't remember whether she wanted to or not. It was a good while ago now. My sister owns a horse now. Oh my goodness, she got it a few weeks ago. And it'll be a hassle with the money, but apparently everyone's helping her now. Oh gosh. I know, we have there's like a riding school near where we are, but it's a really small one and they only have ponies. Like, they don't have bigger horses, they've only got ponies. So I think the oldest that they let ride there is 10, I think. It's 10, or if you're under like a certain height and weight, I think. So my stepdaughter she's 13. She's too big to go riding there, unfortunately. I think her best friend goes horse riding, which is why she wants to do it. More than anything. So let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, it's perfect. But that's the thing with a lot of it. I know my friend, one of my mum friends, was talking about how when she was younger, she used to ride a horse. And she was saying that it wasn't so much the price of the horse that was the kind of expense, it was the upkeep of the horse. You've got, you know, the stables, the tack, the food and all of that stuff. You know, that's what, like, renting, that she ended up giving her horse, because she got a horse in the end, but she ended up kind of doing a trade with a stables where she would let them have her horse and they would have the horse there, and then she would get free riding lessons, so they could use her horse to teach other people, but she would also then get free riding lessons. So that's how they kind of offset it. I was really lucky. A friend of her family had a horse and I was allowed to ride her for free as long as I took care of the horse in the stable box. Oh, that's lovely. That's really lovely. Yeah, it reminds me of what she did. She was like, yeah, because everything was so expensive, it was like, well, you can, you know, my horse can stay there. I'll come around and help, like, muck it out and stuff. But you can use it to teach other people, and I'll get my riding lessons for free. So yeah, that's how she did it. There we go. I actually quite like how that turned out, because it does look like a hand is coming out of a sleeve rather than just like attached to the end of it. I mean, underneath that bit's a bit funky, but yeah. It's a little hand. Upkeep's so expensive, yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not sure where her friend goes horse riding, because I know from we've been to a couple of birthday parties at the pony place, and I know that they were talking the other day about how, like, some of their riders have gone on to a different, like, a different riding school now they're older, because I think they just kind of teach you the basics at this one, but it's really cool. But yeah, I'm not sure where my daughter's friend goes, because she showed me a video that she took of a friend horse riding. I'm not sure where she goes, but it's also getting her there. That's why I'm thinking, like, it's where it is as well, because her mum doesn't have a car or drive or whatever, and we live a good, like, 45 minutes away from where she is, so we couldn't really just pick her up, like, on a whatever day and go and take her, unfortunately. So for now, horse riding's off the table. And I mean, the one up here does, like, free taster sessions, but as I say, she's too big to do it, unfortunately. My little girl's done it, but she's too big to do it, so she can't even do a taster, because I don't know if she's ever been on a horse. I think she's been on a donkey, like on the beach, but I don't think she's ever been on a horse. So it's funny, because I can't imagine her horse riding, so I can imagine, like, setting everything up, getting her on a horse, and then her being like, nah. Which she's done before with other stuff. So there is, exactly, and that's why we've tried so many times to try and find her something to do and stuff. I mean, when my little girl started dance lessons, my oldest was always really, like, into dance and stuff, and she was like, yeah, I want to do dance lessons too. And then the day that I took my little girl to her dance lesson, and I said to her, do you want to come? No, I don't want to go anymore. I'm like, right, okay. So what are you gonna do? We'll get there. Right, I need to plug in this. I'm gonna plug in my glue gun. I'm actually gonna just switch over to something else for a minute while I remember. I'm gonna go and get the Campervan. Here he is, the caravan, and I'm gonna cut up and make him some bunting while I've got everything here. I need yellow to do a long strip. We're going to attach the bunting to this. There we go. So we have this. I want it kind of like to double loop like down, up, down, up. So it needs to be longer than that. Cut it this way. Yeah, it's just finding one that she likes, really. We'll keep trying. I just wanted to do something other than TikTok. Because that's what she enjoys. And I mean, at the moment, as I say, she did her first stream on the weekend. She used to do YouTube videos, which she enjoyed doing. And then she did a stream on the weekend, her first stream yesterday, and she really enjoyed that. So maybe she'll get into streaming as a hobby. To see. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll fold that over like that so we get a nice thing there. And we will use orange, green, purple and blue, I think. Let's see why my phone's going off. Oh. No reason. I'm just going to cut the corners off these little felt squares and use those, which apparently I've already done before. And then neaten them up a little bit. And I love the sound of these scissors. Makes such a good cutting noise. This felt is the softest felt I've ever felt. There we go. So when we get to like there, it's going to cross over. So it's going to be like that. So I will put a tiny dab of glue there. Try not to burn myself. Oh. Trying not very successfully. There we go. Like that. Do 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 do. And then we can just stick these on. And I think if I put them that way, they don't look too bad. Tiny blob of glue. And then I'll probably turn this over and have this as the back. Oh, okay, just glued that straight onto my desk. We'll see how this looks. If it looks terrible, then I won't use it, but it's worth a try. Orange. Oh, yep, that one was just straight on the desk. I do have a glue mat that the glue gun's on that stops it. If you get glue on it, it doesn't matter because it doesn't stick. Apparently, not smart enough to use it. Worry about all the threads, they don't really matter. I don't mind if it looks a bit homemade. Oh, my tummy is rumbling. Must be hungry. Pink. green. Ow, 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 ow. Orange. Blue. Got a little blue one. Little blue one. There we go. Completely stuck my fingers together, but that's okay. Yeah, definitely that side. So we put a dab there. Dab there. Oh, ow! That was just sticking my finger straight into hot glue. Great idea. Can't see what I'm doing, but just know that I'm burning myself. Ow. And then there. So use them. We'll use this because I don't want to ruin my scissors. Okay. There we go. I'm glad I finally got that done. I've been meaning to do that for like 2 weeks. I was going to crochet them, but I decided not to. You guessed your K. What does that mean? Oh, cat's a bit restless. Oh, poor kitty. Loopy was just before the stream started, and then the kids didn't make their bed, so their quilts all like in a massive pile in the middle of the bed, and he has just really made himself a little nest in there. He is snuggled up something good. He is having lots of fun. Although I know it's like, what, 5 a.m. for you? I know Loops has been getting up at 4 o'clock every day, which is a lot of fun. Not. But there we go. There is our little caravan. Finally finished, so I can get that sent off to my mum. I'm actually really happy with how the bunting came out. It doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. It looks super cute. On a roll today. Stitch is done apart from his felt. The campervan's done. Finger slip before you could finish. That's all good. I'm starting on McGonagall. Right. Before I carry on, I am just going to go and grab something to eat because my tummy is rumbling. So let me just go and grab something. I will be back in like 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. I got a cup of tea and a chocolate biscuit. A chocolate hobnob. Okay, so, oh my god, the desk is filling up with all the things we've made today. Let me start on this. Now I have to be out somewhere in a little bit, so it's not going to be like a super long stream because I want to get some lunch before and stuff, and I'm not sure what I can eat. I don't know what we've got in. I should have put a jacket potato in the oven to cook for a couple of hours, but I could still do that actually. Okay, put a potato on. I was like, do I have anything to go on it? Yes, we have cheese, so saves me, should that be done? It's 11. So it should be done for at least 1. So it gives me time to tidy up and whatever before I have to go out. 1, 2, 3, 4. One nice thing about this pattern, I will say, is the fact that the arm is actually pretty easy to turn inside out. Sometimes they can be a bit tricky when they're so small, but this one is pretty easy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hello, Tiny Paws, how are you? Okay, and then we need to do 8 all the way around twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How's McGonagall going? She has an arm. I stopped to quickly make the bunting for the little campervan. So I'm super happy about that. She has an arm. We're working on her second arm. Who did you say you were working on, Anna? Ronald. How's Ron going? 1. I was like pulling out a little black parcel looking thing, opened it up at the back of the bus and placing it down the back window. It's solar panels. My phone is charging. Cool. I'd love like a solar panel charger thing for my phone. It'd be great. He now has his hair stuck on. I'm sure he's looking very handsome. Which, like, year is it? Is it, like, how they looked, obviously, at the end of the movies when they were older? Or is it early Ron and all the others? I can't remember from the picture that you sent. The other stream. I can't remember what they were. Do. End of the movie. Most people, they would panic. Welcome to 2019. Well, you would if you were pulling out little parcels and stuff. It can be a bit scary. Yeah, I would love an updated picture. Do you need a permit? I don't know if you're a... You should be a regular, but I'd rather permit you just in case. You should be able to just post them, but I'd rather be safe. Rather safe than sorry. So that was 4, so I need to switch to black on the last stitch. So we go in, pull it up as if we're going to do a full stitch, but then stop. And then I find the easiest way to do it is to create a slip knot. Quickest way I found to make a slip knot. Add it on and then pull that through, but be careful because you don't want the knot of the slip knot coming through to the front. And then I tie the end of the black yarn and the end that I've just cut from the green yarn together just to make sure that they're all nice and snuggled. Ooh, let's look. Oh, wow. It's going to be huge, isn't it? It's so cool. It looks really good. Well done. It looks fabulous. 40 by 50. This mat is 42, apparently, across. 42 by 40 by 27. So yeah, quite big. Yours must be quite big. Right, we're slip stitching all the way around, aren't we? Do. 2, 3. Eight. There you go. Also, McGonagall would still be badass with just one arm. Oh, definitely. Definitely. She only needs one to hold a wand. Do. 2. Sorry, you'll keep hearing my phone going off. I've got to have it on loud today in case the dude calls about the toilet. And I have it on loud usually during the week anyway in case school calls. Because I wouldn't want to miss a school call. Okay, and now we're going to do 8 single crochets around in the back loops only. And this just gives it the effect of having a little cuff kind of thing. It's pretty cool. and this is the last one. There we go. And then we just single crochet all the way around until we get to row 14. Oops, hang on. I didn't bring enough. The yarn seemed to split then, it was weird. I don't know if it's the yarn's got a split in it or whether I didn't bring all of the... Nope, the yarn's just got kind of like a weird thin of it. That's okay. We can deal with that. I may have to like modify one of the patterns to make a loop in. I was looking at Harry Potter wands and I was trying to decide, because I want a wand. I'd love to make my own, which we'll probably do eventually, but I do want to get a proper wand. And I was like trying to decide whose I wanted to get. And I really like Fleur's. I think it was Fleur's that I really liked. And I was like, oh, because my cat's called Lupin, I was like, I should probably get Lupins. So I was undecided on which to get, and Boy said he might get me one for my birthday if I want one. So yeah, I need to decide who I want. Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. Do, 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 do. Hello, Salty Hylian, how are you? Good morning. Yes, it's still, well, morning here. Still morning. Oh, hello, good sir. You have graced us with your presence. And instantly left to go into the other room. Thanks, kitty cat. Probably smell the cooker cooking. He's like, what is this deliciousness? We started letting him try people food. We had chicken the other day, so I gave him some of that. And he also tried, he had, what did he have? I can't remember what the other thing was that he had. But I was super paranoid about not letting him have any people food, because when I was reading, before we got him and I was doing all my research, it was like cats don't actually drink milk. When they get older, they're lactose intolerant, so don't give them milk. And then it was like, don't let them eat this. You can only give them chicken if it's like boiled chicken or something. Like the best way to prepare it for them is boil it. I was like, oh. And it was like, they're allowed tuna, but obviously not too much, because they can get, what is it that's in tuna that can be quite poison, that can poison them, I think, if they eat too much. I can't remember. There was something in tuna, so it's like, don't let them have a lot of tuna, but they can have a bit. They can have a bit of chicken, and that was kind of it. I was like, oh. And then a post came up the other day that was like 25 things, human things, your cat can eat. And I'm like, excuse me? And then people were commenting underneath with like saying like, oh yeah, my cat really loves broccoli. My cat really loves peas. And I was like, that's amazing. And he's eaten stuff by accidentally on before when he, not accidentally, he eats it on purpose, but when the kids have like left something out, he's eaten it and been fine. But I've always been like, oh no. So slowly letting him try some things. He's always allowed to sniff what I'm doing. He'll come and jump up on the kitchen side. He doesn't sit like where I'm making food. He'll sit in the window, but he'll look over when I'm cooking, so I'll let him like sniff different foods and stuff. But now when I'm making stuff, I'm like, here, you can try a little bit. Within reason, obviously. Mercury, is that what it is? I knew there was something. I did so much research before getting him that you almost make yourself like super paranoid that everything's going to go terribly wrong. And everything's going to make him sick. What are you doing? You little sneaky meeky, I can see you. Do do. Do do do. I think with the legs, I think maybe I make them how I made this. So you make each leg, then you attach them together with a couple of single crochets, and then you keep crocheting up to the body. That's how like they're attached together. I think that's how we do this one, which is cool. I like doing it like that, because then you're not having to sew legs onto bodies and stuff, and they're attached really well because they're just part of the crochet thing project. I don't know. So I don't mind that. And I have done it before where you start at the legs and you go all the way up to the point where the head is also attached, like already, which is pretty cool. I don't know if this is going to do that, but yeah, that's always interesting. But I hope everybody had a good weekend. What did you guys get up to? Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Fathers, stepfathers, mums that have to do the mum and dad job. Happy Father's Day. We had a very chill weekend. The weather was still crappy. So we kind of had like movies and stuff like that. And then our oldest has a project for school to build a Tudor house, so Boyf actually spent Father's Day building a Tudor house out of cardboard, and it's pretty spectacular. Got up to worked all weekend. How was work? And then what else happened? Oh, my stepdaughter streamed for the first time. That was cool. She enjoyed doing that, playing The Sims. I got some of my knitting done. I killed, oh, that was on Friday. I killed 2 bosses for the first time in RuneScape. That was fun. Diamond painting all day as it's my day off. Sounds fabulous. I don't like eating with the microphone on, to the point that I still haven't eaten any more of this biscuit. Should just mute my mic while I eat it. It's okay, work was work. I'm gonna play Fallout today. Ooh, which Fallout are you playing? One more row and then her second arm is done. I also actually had it where I think it was the mermaid that I made, her legs are attached into the pattern, and then her arms are as well. You make the arms separate, but then when you get to the part in the body for her arms, you attach them by crocheting them in. And then that was really cool, actually. I can show you on here, because rather than just sewing them on, it actually gave her shoulders. So like you attach them there with a slip stitch or whatever, a single crochet, and then you like decrease on the shoulders, and it actually gives her little shoulders, which is really cool. And her head is attached weird. You make like a hole in her head almost, and like a peg on her neck. Her neck is a peg, her head has a hole in the bottom. Mr. Cat, can you move your big butt? Leave the yarn scraps, they're not for you. Mr. Loops. Please, good sir, I have one row on this to do. Do 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 do. Yeah. I always forget to do shout outs. Daniel was here too. I saw Daniel. Shout outs for everyone! I need to just start doing the I need to just start saying like put certain emoji or something in the chat if you stream. I used to watch Little Blue Box stream. She's a creative streamer. I say used to. I don't think she's streamed for a little while, unless I just miss all her streams. I haven't seen her live for ages. And she just used to say like, put a one in chat if you stream, and then you can just follow each other. That's a nice way of doing it when there's quite a few people who stream in the chat. Do 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 do. No, no. You're not allowed in the bag of stuffing. That's not for you. It's comfy, but it's not for you to sleep in. Haven't seen her in a while. No, I follow her on Instagram. That's how I know. I've seen her like up to stuff. Up to stuff. That sounds like she's up to no good. I've seen her up to stuff, but I haven't seen her streams in ages. Like actually live. Let me just sort out my camera. Because it's just like, oh God. Blinding like the surface of the sun. There we go. How old is my cat? He is 10 months old. He's going to be 1 in August. Which is just crazy to me. I can't believe that he's 10 months old. 10 months old. And he's a big boy. When we took him to the vet for the first time, she was like, yeah, he's going to be quite big because he's pretty long. And his mum and dad are quite big. And he's getting more fluffy, actually, which is funny. They think that one of his like grandparents was a ragdoll. And there's a couple of other fluffy breeds in there too, because his mum and dad are super fluffy. He's not as fluffy, but he's getting there. He's got big fluffer cheeks. Hi Keyleth, how are you? Good morning. He's still a little, he's a little sassy teenager, I feel, at the moment. He sleeps a lot, and then when he's awake, he likes to run around like a loon. He does his little zoomies, so he's definitely being a ruckus teenager, being a bit of a scally. Hello, what are you doing? Yeah, hello. There's all sorts of stuff on here that you shouldn't touch, so yeah, that's it. Scratch my sofa, thanks. Yeah, that's a glue gun. Don't worry, it's not on. You're not going to hurt yourself. Hi, Bubba. Normally he'll go and sit, as I say, in the tray next door where usually the cat cam is. But he's just too big for it. He will still go and sit in there now and then. I think he likes stretching out on the kid's bed. He does have another bed. But I think the kids moved it upstairs. So much floof. So much floof. I couldn't imagine having, like, he's not like as fluffy as some of the cats I've seen. Like, he's not like crazy fluffy. But my God, the amount of fluff that comes off him. especially at the moment because with it being summer. What are you doing? Hang on, he's got something he shouldn't have. Don't you try and cover it and hide it. You're not allowed it. You're so sneaky. There we go. Yeah, I have to. He gets brushed at least once a day, usually twice a day. On a weekend, if the kids are around, it's constant. The poor cat. Okay, so we have 2 arms for McGonagall. I'm excited about. So, body, starting at the feet, using black yarn. Make second leg, but don't fasten it off. If you're not already at the side of the leg with the foot facing forward, single crochet until you're there and chain 1 stitch. Yes, we are. Okay, awesome. So we are doing the leg thing that I thought. Hair, cloak, hat. When do we make her head? Body, legs, body. Oh, and then we make the head. Yes, it's all attached. Okie dokie. Everything's attached. Do. What are you doing, Luke? Oh, you found a bobble. Obsessed with bubbles, this boy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. 6. Ooh, actually, before I start this, I'm just looking at Stitch, thinking. I do have the dark blue for the back of him. So you know what? While I'm here with the glue gun, see if I'm getting it out, we'll switch over to this project again. We're doing a lot of switching and changing today, but I'm not mad about it. It's fine. Playing Uncharted soon. Ooh. I think I've seen a little bit of gameplay of Uncharted, but it's not a game I've played myself. It looks cool though. Playing a game called Generation Zero. What's that about? What kind of game's that? Excuse my glugging. Okay, so. Not the Hollow Knights. Stitchy baby. Stitchy baby. We have to make this weird ass pattern. I have tracing paper. I will trace off the PC screen. You're not having the tracing paper. Scoot your booty. I would if I could find a pencil. Ooh. So normally I'd get my tablet and I'd have the pattern up on the tablet and I could put my paper over the top of it and draw around it, but and I played Uncharted 4. I think that's the one that I've seen some gameplay of. Got so many games to finish, I thought I'd start finishing them. Right? There's just so many good ones to play. Crinkly paper. There's some ASMR. Oop! Apparently the ASMR was too good, the cat likes it. Here you go, you can have this. Poopy! you go. Enjoy. 100 games on your PS4. Wow. I don't know how many games I've got on. Although there's more now because I've got some on Steam and Epic and whatever. Have that many. I just have a lot that I want to finish. How many games do I have? 102 apparently. 102 games on Steam. Need to finish some. Not many. Oh, I can imagine. Did that do any kind of mark on the paper? Oh, I don't think my pen's working. That would help. There we go. I would use my pencil if I could, but... There we go. That'll do. It resembles some kind of pattern. So I scrunched up the paper into just a ball. He loves balls of tinfoil, so I figured he would enjoy that. And he's just batting it around like a football. You silly goose. So if I get this general shape down, I can cut out 2 of these and then I can make them bigger or smaller depending on what I need. Well, smaller, probably. Pretty sure you want it to be symmetrical, so I'm going to do this and then I'm going to fold it in half and just make it symmetrical, because it definitely isn't right now. There we go. There we go. Now I have a little pattern, although I'm pretty sure it's too long. Maybe a little bit. We'll cut off the bottom. How many have you got on your Xbox? There we go. So this one would actually probably be the one on his head. In fact, it could be the one for both. I think I could do that for both of them actually, because it's pretty much the same size. Get rid of these. The cat can't have this one because it's got all the little bits in it. Although he's having a whale of a time with his other piece. Yeah, I think that'll be a good size. 579 games! Oh my god. A good horror game I can recommend for you is Layers of Fear. I saw that Layers of Fear 2 is out. If I ever play a spooky game, I appreciate the recommendation. I do need to, I said I might set like some kind of goal for a spooky game. Like, you know, like so many followers and I'll do a spooky game or something, because you know how much I hate spooky games. Is this? It is blunt. Blunt pin. That's no good. Da, da. Including the Game Pass games. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. I feel overwhelmed sometimes with the... It's fine, Loops. You can hear the dog next door. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed with the like 100 and whatever that I have. There's so many games that I want to play and finish, and then there's so many that I want to play again, because I mean, things like Terraria, I mean, there is kind of there is like an end, but oh my god, he's going bananas. It's not like with Ori in the Blind Forest or whatever, where there was kind of like a definite end. Although I probably could have carried on and done a bit more completion stuff. Okay. So there's one. I think it's a bit. Heard about they have the Game Pass version for the PC. Yeah. Yes. Someone sent me well, it was Tiny Paws sent me a Game Pass and I keep forgetting to do it and he keeps reminding me and I'm just so bad at remembering things. Okay, that's a bit better. So I kind of need to do the same thing, but maybe with a shorter bottom for the back. That's better. There we go. Right, let's attach this. Oh, I should have. Oh, bugger. I should have cut out the other one before I glued it. Dang it. Oh well. It's too late now. Why didn't I use it to cut out the other one? Because I am the idiot. Use it. So we still got a place in Sea of Thieves. Yes, I think that's why we were talking about some point Sea of Thieves, and that's why he gave me one. I definitely need to use it. I don't know how to do it. Do you just do it through like a website? I'll have to have a look-see. And all these felt scraps will go towards, I save them all and they get used as stuffing. If I have something small to stuff, or I'll chuck them in a bigger thing with other stuffing. So what I tend to do with yarn scraps is I will chuck them in, like say when I'm stuffing this head, I'll chuck a load of yarn scraps in there too. And I'll do that with the felt. Or some of these bigger bits like this could be used to make something else. Whiskey the Ink, thank you. I appreciate that. And I will get on it and sort it out. Oh god. Mess that side up. So now I've got to copy it on the other side. Oh my god, why is this side so short? Okay, this is just gonna be, there we go. Yeah, it definitely sounds like you do. So if I was needle felting that'd look fine because it'd kind of flatten itself, but It'll be fine. This top bit needs to be a bit thinner, I think. Like there. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, donkey, that'll do. The only thing is, I've kind of put it where his tail is, which isn't really the back of him, but like directly the back. And if I put it there, it looks like it's off center to his tail, but it is a little bit on the picture, to be fair. It's not directly in line with his tail, so. There we go. Right, he's got his felt, which means, oh, just getting all sorts of stuff finished today. You know what? I might just, I know I don't have the pink, but I might just see, no, I don't have, I'm trying to think, because they've used like a really light blue which matches this, and I don't have anything, so I won't try thinking about it. I will add a little bit more glue to this though, just to make sure that these edges are stuck. Before my glue gun cools down. There we go. And then get rid of all the lovely glue threads that like to fly everywhere. There we go. Okie dokie. Okay, so that's actually where I'm going to finish for today, I think. I'll undo this because there's no point in keeping just a magic loop on there. There you go. So, thank you very much for coming and hanging out with me this morning. I'm impressed by how many projects we've kind of like almost finished up. We have finished the campervan. The sleeves of McGonagall, her arms, she's ready to go, and we sewed on Stitch's legs, gave him a tail and his little back pieces. Sent you the link. Thank you very much, Lilac. Hello, lovely. Thank you for thank you for the host. Actually, I've just realised what time it is. We'll do some of the, we'll do some of this. I thought it said 12:45, not 11. It's only 11:45, so we'll carry on doing a bit of McGonagall. I thought it was later than that. Not going anywhere. How are you doing, Lilac? Good morning. I was just about to finish up, but I read the time wrong. I thought it was 12:45, not 11:45. So we'll keep going for. We'll keep going. No need to finish so early. So, but I'll show you what we've done, Lilac. Cutie Patootie 42, thank you very much for the follow. What a cute name. I like that. So we put the bunting. I put the bunting onto the caravan. So he's all finished. Attached the legs and the tail and the felt on the back to Stitch. I don't have the correct coloured felt for the outside of his eyes and his ears, so we're going to leave those for next week. And then I've made some tiny arms for Professor McGonagall. I found somebody called Daisy and Storm who's done like loads of different Harry Potter amigurumis. So we're trying one. So we've got McGonagall's arms. Yes! The Campervan. I'm so happy with how it turned out. So happy. It's cute. There you go. It's an interesting stream. Thank you, Keyleth. Yeah, the crochet streams tend to be super, super chill. We get to do lots of creative stuff. I can talk a lot more because I'm not having to concentrate on a game. So that, yeah, I like the creative streams. I like the game streams too, but... How many times did I poke myself? No times, but I did burn my fingers a couple of times on the glue gun. No sewing injuries, just glue burns today. And a couple of times I glued the felt triangles to my mat. But that's okay. How are you, Lilac Lovely? Did you have a good weekend? Twitched! To be fair, I twitched too, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to finish now. Psych! Thank you, Salty, for the whisper. I will get that. I'll get that sorted after. Thank you very much. I'm blaming the fact that I don't have my glasses on. That's what I'm blaming. I'm tired. I didn't get to bed till like 2 o'clock last night. And I'm going to blame on the fact that I'm tired and I have no glasses on. I'm good. Yes, I did. Sat in an ice rink for like 3 hours. Ooh. Were the girls ice skating? I don't know. Maybe you just like hanging out at ice skates. Ice skates. Ice rinks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Twitch froze. Oh, boo. My Twitch has been going bananas the last like week, 2 weeks. Everybody's streams just keep freezing and all kinds. It's driving me mad. I know my internet's fine. Everything else runs fine. It's just Twitch. Youngest was hanging out with a friend in the middle, wanted to go. Ooh, I haven't been ice skating in such a long time. One of my old best friend at school, her dad lived pretty close to the ice skating rink, so we used to go like every other weekend. Loved ice skating. It was around, I don't know if other people had this, but in our school, when we were like maybe like 14, ice skating became like huge, and like everybody, the coolest thing to have was your own pair of ice skates, and like loads of my friends had their own pair of ice skates. I don't know what it was, but it was just a thing, and it was like the coolest thing to like have your own pair of ice skates and take pictures with your own pair of ice skates and all this stuff. I never had my own pair of ice skates. It's because of heavy traffic from E3. That makes sense. 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you very much, Lilac. There is a link to the Discord if you want to join it. I put in all the patterns and creative stuff, game stuff, free games that I find, random funny things. Everything goes in the Discord, so you're more than welcome to join. And there's a click to tweet link, so you can tweet out the stream. 1. 2. I'm gonna, because it's such dark coloured yarn, I'm gonna stick a stitch marker in so I do know where the first one is. Normally I won't bother and I'd just count, but want to make sure that I'm not missing any stitches or anything. Three. 4, 5. But like with the arm, using yarn like this, a lot of it you just go on instinct, and it's like muscle memory of where the stitches are, because I've done so many friggin' circles. How have I been? I've been lovely, thank you. Had a good weekend. Father's Day was nice. Nathan spent the day building a cardboard Tudor house for the oldest to take to school, and I remembered to take pictures of it this time, so that was fun. Hello Megatron, how are you? The weather wasn't too bad yesterday, so we got out to the park for a bit. The bathroom tried to flood because the toilet leaked. You know, as it does. And the eldest, who now wants to be called Aluna, so I have Mini Kitten and Aluna, did her first stream on the weekend, on Sunday, which was really cool, and she really enjoyed it. And she wants to stream again. So, as well as streaming with me, she wants to stream on her own, and she's old enough to do that now, so... Yeah, and she loves The Sims, so there'll be a lot of Sims streams, I'm sure. But those will be a weekend thing because she doesn't have a computer at her house. So, been working out Trello again for commissions. So exciting. And your new emotes are so cute. So cute. Don't even talk about plumbing. Tell me about it. My washing machine leaks. We had a leaky ceiling, which has thankfully been fixed. And then now, we thought that... So, in our bathroom, it's lino. And then underneath it, we think is tiles. Because the lino... We've lived here like 6-7 years now. You can see, like, squares under the lino of, like, where it's dug into, like, you know, the grout of the tiles underneath. It's, like, dipped. And right in front of the bath, where we put the bath mat, there's a tile missing. And it's all cracked, the lino around it, because obviously it's like lower than the rest, so it's kind of ripped the lino. And just last week, it was getting soaked under there, and we were like, is it because of all the rain? Like, is the rain getting in somehow? Because we did have a leaky roof. And I was like, oh my god, it's like, I don't know where this water's coming from, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, turns out it's coming out of the back of the toilet. It's just like the U-bendy bit, I think it's called. And it's just dripping, but it's like constantly dripping. So at the moment there's like a large soup cup under there. It's like a mug, but it's big enough to fit a tin of soup. Because nothing else fits under there because it's such a narrow gap. So I'm having to empty it every like 3-4 hours. If it was like a bucket, I'd probably only have to empty it once every 2 days, but you can't fit a bucket under there. So that's why all the floor was soaked. So hopefully... thankfully it doesn't smell. I did some I'm good, I'm glad you're doing good, Megatron. Did some drawing and figuring out where to get some fur fabric. Ooh. Online is definitely a place you can get it, but some places you have to buy quite a big piece. Other than that, probably craft stores. I'm not sure where you are. We have a craft shop in the UK. I know there's like Hobbycraft, and Abercan is where I would go for fur fabric because I know they have it in there. I don't know where you are, so if you're not in the UK, unfortunately, I'm not much help. There's a broken pipe way down in the depths of the ground. Oh, it clogged things. Oh my god. Your office is downstairs and the leak goes onto the house. And your office is under the house and it smells so bad. Oh my goodness. Oh no. That sounds so horrible. I can't imagine that it's not even easy to fix either because it's like way underground. Jeez. That's what I was worried about ours. I was like, is it the water coming in somewhere, but we couldn't find anywhere that it would be coming in. And I'm like, is it like a pipe under the bath or something that's like leaking? It's a pain in the ass. A real pain in the ass. All I saw was Stitch on the screen and I immediately joined. Oh, well thank you. Yeah, we're making a stitch. We're kind of working on loads of different things today. So we finished off a little camper van. We did the felt. I'm waiting. I need to go and buy some more felt to finish stitch because I don't have the right pink or blue for his eyes. But we added his legs and the stuff on the back and his tail. And then we've started making Professor McGonagall. So here are her tiny arms. And we're making her legs. Is it just the smell you have to deal with, or like is it flooding your office? That'd be terrifying. Three single crochets and then a 3 increase. Two. Oh, a 3 increase. Oh goodness. 1. Oh no, it doesn't mean 3. It means, yeah, I know. Just being an idiot. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I heard my phone. 3. Pretty much, it was leaking up all over the dirt. Oh god, no. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Let's see. Oh my god. That's crazy how it's just like bubbling out of there. Oh, oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh, my black yarn's looking crazy. I only have access to craft stores and they don't really have access to online stores because they don't normally deliver where we are. Making a tail for my little sister for her birthday because she wanted one for over 2 years. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, I mean, online as well. They're like, when I was looking at buying yarn online, the website that I was looking on in particular, it was like, you can buy this yarn, but you have to buy it in a pack of 6. And it's like, if you want to buy this fur, great, but you're going to have to buy it in like 7 meters. Whatever stupid thing it was. Better to make one and have it last forever than buy a crappy premium one at a store and have it shed in 2 days. Definitely. Definitely. I keep leaning on my biscuit, so I'm still not eating it. It's a stitch marker. Or, well, it's a row counter, really. Yeah. So it just attaches on. I have a couple of them because they're really good. And, yeah, I need to, boop. Count my rows with it, and then there's a little reset button so you can reset it. And I used to just use a pen and paper. But then you're having to, like, stop what you're doing to get the pencil and do a little mark on the paper. So this is super easy. And being on my finger there, I can just tap it. So, yeah. It's always nice. It was even worse if you flush the toilet, I bet. That's what's happening with ours now. Like, it drips. And then if you flush the toilet like this... I mean, it's only... Like, it's not like gushing out like that. It's like literally a tiny little stream. But rather than dripping, like a continuous stream comes out until it's finished doing its little like flush thing. Oh, it drives me nuts. Thankfully we rent, so it wasn't our expense. But yeah, it's only half finished. Oh, they are getting it sorted. That's good. Yeah, that's what I said to boyfriend. I was like, look, just get in touch with the landlords. At least we rent. Same when the roof leaked. I was like, oh my God. Because I know our neighbour... one of our friends a couple doors down had to have her roof completely redone because hers was leaking, and she was telling me how much it costs, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ, oh my goodness, that's expensive. So thankfully we didn't have to deal with that. Okay, 18 in the back loops only. Her arms seem really short compared to, if this is going to be the size of a foot, her arms seem really short. Around here fur is around $30 US per yard. Oh my goodness. My God. I don't know how much it is here. I know in Abercan, which is like the craft store I use a lot, just because it's easier to get to than Hobbycraft. You can buy, so they have a section where you can buy material and fur and whatever you want by like the meter, but they also have space downstairs where you can buy it by weight. So like the fleece that I've got for the cat that I've just cut up into blankets were like off-cut bits, so they were like the full length of a roll, like width, like height-wise, but width-wise they were really slim, so they couldn't sell it per meter because there wasn't a meter left. So they have it downstairs where you can buy it by weight. So that's what I ended up doing with the fleece that I got for them. One of them is, yeah, like this one. So it was like a long narrow piece and they just weighed it. So that's quite nice. But yeah, with online, we were talking earlier about buying yarn online. I've never bought yarn online. I like to squish it so I know what it feels like. You can't really tell that online, and the colours are a big deal, especially when you're doing, like, because I do a lot of amigurumi, I kind of want specific colours for specific characters. So even though it might look right on the PC screen, you don't know whether, you know, my screen is changing the colour a bit or their camera's changing the colour a bit, and then it comes and you don't want it to be the wrong colour. So I have seen some that I want to buy online, and it's like variegated cakes and stuff, which I don't mind them being kind of slightly different colours because they'll be used for like blankets or shawls or scarves or something, so it doesn't need to be a really specific colour. Need to try them out. Yes, it's definitely nice not having to pay for repairs like that. My aunt moved into a new house and a neighbour moved in the same day. Their entire bottom floor was flooded. Oh, jeez. Scary. Everywhere I've lived, we've never had a problem with anything like leaking as a kid. Like, I've never had an issue with like leaky roofs or anything. And then since we moved here, it's just like everything wants to leak all the time. It's weird. So I freaked out when the roof was leaking because I thought, oh my God, the roof is going to collapse. Thankfully, my boyfriend's a bit more level-headed and he's like, it's fine. The roof isn't even like bending and bowing to show that it's full of water, because that's what our neighbour's roof had done in her kitchen above her oven before she got it fixed. The roof was like bowing because it's full of water. Ours was literally just dripping out of a crack, and I'm like, we're all going to die. It's going to fall down. We're going to have no kitchen. We're going to have to move. So I'm learning to be a bit more chill, and it's okay. You stick a bucket under it and let the letting agency know. There's a neat store. Oh, that's a neat store. Yeah, all we get are those craft stores that sell a little bit of everything, but only a little bit of each, so you never get enough of what you need. That's so annoying. I can imagine that being so annoying. I've not been, like I say, I've only been to like Hobbycraft once, and that was to get my glue gun. Normally I get my yarn and stuff from markets because they tend to have loads of different stuff and it's really reasonably priced. In Abercan, I tend not to buy a lot of yarn because a lot of it can be not expensive, but I know that I can get it cheaper on the market. But they are great for things like they have a lot of like cross-stitch kits, and they have loads of polymer clay, and they have, you know, sewing stuff, and they do demonstrations on sewing machines and stuff, which is really nice, and they have classes there, and they have like a whole level just full of yarn and wadding and ribbons. It's great for ribbons, so it's really nice that you have that selection. So speaking of yarn, Dead set hand on heart, I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure, I have the same yarn as you're using for your shawl. It's by James C. Brett. I think it's called Harmony. I have a ball of it upstairs in a different colour that is... I used the orange one to make the socks ages ago. And then I've got some more orange, some blue, and the purple. And the purple I'm using to make that shawl, as you say. I do have the ball band. I will go and get it. I love this stuff because it's so soft. It's 78% acrylic, 22 cotton. It is Harmony. There you go. This is one from the market where my mum lives. I got this colour. This colour. And then an orange one. Which is pretty. There it is, James C. Brett. I have a lot of his yarn. I was just saying that earlier. I didn't realise. But apparently, I like James C. Brett. I have the fluffy one. And I have like... I think out of 6 balls that I brought down the other day to show somebody, yarn that you can get in the UK, 4 of them were James C. Brett. And I didn't realise. Didn't notice. Intriguing, pretty sure mine's called something different. Ooh. Oh. We never have leaking problems. We get mould, even though it's not our fault. We get a lot of moisture, it builds up. Yeah. At every house that I've been in, apart from where my mum lives now, when I lived there, every house had a mould issue, and it always seemed to be my bedroom. Like my childhood. We moved house a couple of times, and every time it was just mould. And here we have a little bit in the bathroom, but I'm okay to keep on top of it. The bedroom, our bedroom where me and Boy sleep, we sleep in there so the kids don't, has some problems. The guy came out to see if it was the pointing, which I think is something to do with bricks. I don't know. And he checked the gutter. The gutter was fine. He cleaned that out. And then he basically just said it's condensation, so we have to have the window open all the time. Which I would love, because I love like sleeping. The window's open all the way through the day, usually. When I'm in, anyway. And I would love to, like, I like having the windows open all the time to let like air through the house. And I love sleeping with the window open. But my boyfriend can't sleep with the window open. He can't sleep with any noise. So unfortunately, yeah, it gets shut and I don't like it. Place is old as hell. Yeah, I think this one probably is too, to be fair. I don't know. We'd like to move. We've said it a few times. This house served its purpose for what I needed it for at the time when we first moved in, but now the kids are older and bigger and all that stuff, and you know, at the time it was very much crap. I need to move because I start uni in a month and a half. You know, now we've got a bit more time to actually find something that we want rather than just something we need. So, and as I say, I have a stepdaughter. She lives with her mum during the week, so it'd be nice to live closer to her so she can pop round whenever she wants rather than just weekends and stuff. I don't want to leave it too long. But it's saving up for, I mean, paying, like, moving house and whatever. It's like the deposit, and then it's the moving fees of like a van and all that fun stuff that you also have to factor in. So, going to uni, I've been to uni. A post popped up on Facebook the other day, which I couldn't quite believe. I finished uni 4 years ago. Which is just insane to me. Absolutely insane. Yeah, so I went to uni, and then at the end of my first, kind of like the end of my first, yeah, it was the end of my first year, I met my boyfriend and got pregnant. So I did half of my second year and then left at Christmas to have a baby and took a year out. And then after the year out, I went back to uni and did my last, like, it was a year and a half, but basically my last 2 years. And graduated. Yeah. And it was really hard, actually, because of having to juggle a baby, because she was a baby, and uni, and somehow managed to pass all my exams first time, which is a miracle in itself. So I didn't have to resit anything, because that would have been a pain. 5% on my phone, so I'm going to go. Bye, Megatron. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Hopefully you find your fur. Have a lovely day. Thank you very much for coming and saying hi. What was I going to say? Yeah, so she was having to juggle her. It's really funny because I have pictures of like me sitting down doing uni work and her like having tummy time next door to me with like a highlighter in her hand helping me. Yeah, and then obviously I went back to uni, and she had to go into childcare for like 5 days a week all day while I was at uni, which was really difficult. But yeah, did it. Sorted, graduated. I just can't believe it was 4 years ago that I graduated. That really does not compute with my mind at all. Where on earth has 4 years gone? Was it 4 years or was it 3 years? No, I think it's 3 years, not 4. One. Two. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 'Think I tripped it in the Great Young Uncle. No! Is it 4? I don't know. It doesn't seem long enough to be 4, does it? That's madness. Hexadoodle! Hello, lovely. How are you? Hello. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Hello, hello, hello. You hexy thing, you. Thank you very much for the raid, lovely. How are you? How was your stream? Oh my god. I saw oh my god, I'm going to have to show you guys this. It is beautiful. If you haven't followed Hexadoodle Quilts, make sure you do. She is so lovely and she makes the most beautiful quilts. Holy moly. It's one of my goals this year was actually to make a quilt because I really want to try. But yeah, it's so cool. Let me see. And she has an amazing Instagram, so I follow it and just drool over all of the rainbows. There we go. Look how gorgeous that is. My camera's not really letting you pick it up very well. Look at that. So clever. I wouldn't even know how I'd start to put those kind of shapes together. So cool. That's okay. I'm just showing off your Instagram because I love it. It's so pretty. How was your stream? Did you have a good one? Oh, honestly, Lilac. Absolutely beautiful. Her whole Instagram is like that. Me. Look at all the rainbows. My camera isn't really letting it do any justice. Look at that. How cool is that? That's a quilt. That's stitched. Look at the rainbows. Look at all the rainbows. Look at them. So beautiful. But thank you very much for the raid. It's my Serenity quilt. I made it on the stream. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So if you haven't, make sure you go and follow Hexadoodle. 1, 2. We have to stuff these legs as we go. 3, 4. 5, 6. I'm still not 100% sure on this foot. Still seems ginormous. 6, 7. How many should there be? 11. Probably is. I just counted wrong. Oh, that was row 7. Raiding and running today because I'm so tired. I need an nap already and it's only noon. Oh, I don't blame you. Thank you very much for the raid. Have a lovely nap. Hopefully you don't do what I do and have a nap and then feel so much worse after. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. It's like false promises of lovely naps. You're like, I'm so tired. I'm going to enjoy this nap. And then you nap and you feel like even worse after. It's not fair. It's not how it should work. Do 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 do. Right, let's stuff this weird giant foot. I don't know what is going on. I think the cat's run off back upstairs. Get that if I nap for more than an hour. Got to keep it under an hour. Yeah, I try and like... I know people... when I was looking about it online, because I was like, why do I feel crap after a nap? Am I just strange? And it was like, set a timer so that you don't nap for too long, because that's why you feel gross. But I can't do that, because sometimes it takes me ages to fall asleep, and my alarm goes off before I've actually fallen asleep yet. Which doesn't help. Gonna leave it in lurk mode. See you later. Enjoy your lurk, enjoy your nap. Dear. I can't really like sing along to these songs because I don't know them too well. Which makes me sad. Do 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 do. Set an alarm if I need a nap, then hit the snooze button. I have, in the morning, because I get up before the kids, especially at the moment, because she's not sleeping till late, I have 3 morning alarms, because, just in case, just because to make sure that I get my ass out of bed. Original Angel Scribe, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. The perfect look, man. It is. It's good for a nap. I could do with a pillow fort. And I would worry though that if I set an alarm, that knowing my luck, I would just be falling asleep as the alarm went off, or I'd have had like 10 minutes and then the alarm would go off, and then I'd be really annoyed. My problem is, at the moment, I will go and like lay in bed or lay on the sofa and watch telly or watch like YouTube or Twitch on my phone in bed. And within like 2-3 minutes, I can be feeling super tired. And I don't know if it's just like because I'm so used to falling asleep. Like that is almost like a trigger, if you know what I mean. So like, if I'm laid in bed with my phone playing, my brain is like, right, it's time for a nap. Because even when I'm not tired, I'll lay down like that with my phone on and then just still fall asleep. It's weird. Kind of like, what's it called? What's that one where it's like, you ring the bell and the dog like learns that every time you ring the bell, it's something like Pavlov's or something. That's what it's like. Every time. If I'm laid in bed watching YouTube or Twitch, my brain's like, well, time for a nap. Good night. Every time. 9. Dorkalicious Crafter, what an amazing name. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. You can't nap. Oh my goodness. I used to be like that. Like, as a teenager. Especially, and like a young adult. I could never nap. Like, I would do all-nighters doing uni work or just an all-nighter playing Castleville on Facebook Bush. And I wouldn't be able to nap. I'd just be up. But now, it got to the point a few months back where I thought there was something wrong, because it was like every day I was having a nap. Like, I was knackered having a nap. Like, so tired that I'd have to fall asleep and have a nap. It was so weird. And I was like, maybe I've got like low iron or something. I don't know. But then it kind of stopped for a bit. So we shall see. But I remember my mum saying that she, I don't know where everyone's from, obviously not all from the UK, but in the UK, on Channel 5, every day at a certain time, there's a movie. It's like, they're not like well known in the cinema movies. I don't know whether they're like just for TV movies, but they're always like these weird rom-coms or these funny like ones, or like this murder mystery. There's like no one in them that you've heard of before, but they're pretty good. And I remember my mum used to say that they come on kind of like lunchtime, and I remember her saying that she would every day she would sit down and watch one of those, and she would fall asleep and nap until the school pick up. And I used to think, how can you sleep like that every day? Like, what is going on? Like, especially watching something, like you're not concentrating on watching it. Now totally get it. Now happens all the time. All the time. I never used to be one that would like fall asleep during movies or TV programs, and now I do. And it annoys me. I hate that I fall asleep during like movies and TV shows and stuff, because I want to watch them. That's why I put it on. And then when I know that when I'm in bed and it's not too bad if I'm watching, well, it's not bad at all if I'm watching Twitch, but if I'm watching YouTube and I start feeling sleepy, I'll leave it on the side, like on the bedside table playing, but I won't be watching it. I'll just listen to it, and that'll help me fall asleep. So what I have to do is, just before I can feel myself, I'm going to fall asleep in like the next couple of minutes, I'll check on my phone what episode I'm on. So then when I wake back up and like I'm like 6 episodes down the road because I've fallen asleep and just left it playing, I know which one I need to go back to and start watching again. Because I have this, I don't know, I'm sure other people are like this too, but I can't watch like a random, like my kids can just pick up in the middle of a YouTube series. Like they'll just start watching like episode 50 where they've like already built all this stuff, they've got all these things, whatever. I can't do that. I have to watch from the beginning to see where they've like progressed from. When I used to watch a lot of Minecraft stuff, I couldn't just watch halfway through a series where they've like already built their house and they've got dogs and they've got this and they're going to go kill this, and I have to watch it from the beginning to see them like build their house. Oh, that's how they got that. That's how they made that. And I just, God, oh, I probably shouldn't admit this. I just got finished watching the entire way through like a 450 episode RuneScape series. It took me like a good few weeks. I'm not saying that I did this in like 2 days, but even that, like the series is actually split into 2 playlists of 200 because they, halfway through playing it, they made a RuneScape only YouTube channel and started uploading onto that. And I found that first and I was like, hang on a minute, it starts on like episode 200. I can't just start here. I have to watch from the beginning. So I had to go and find the other playlist and watch it all. And I mean, I know people have to do that with like TV programs and stuff. Like you don't want to watch a TV show halfway through. And that's the same feeling that I get when I watch like a YouTube series. I don't want to start it halfway through, because then I don't know what's going on. I don't know who all the people are and stuff like that. I'm going to count the stitches after I've done this row, because I know this is going to join into her body, but I mean, her arms seem really short, but her legs are really thick. I'm trying to see whether it would translate okay. I mean, I'm guessing so. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pretty sure I should have 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no. Oh, well, it's black, so I'm not going to cut it down and see, because it's going to be a pain in the ass to try and see all the stitches, which is probably why I've lost one. Pretty sure I threw out the yarn, but I did find all my bullet journal stuff. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I haven't done anything in my like bullet journal, my journaling thing, in a very long time. And I was annoyed at myself because I started doing, I did like 2 weeks of blogs. I did 2 weeks worth of blogs, and then I forgot to do that last week as well. I didn't do a Whip Wednesday blog post. So should probably do that as well. 3, 4, 5. Like watching from the start too. Yeah. 6. It's I don't know. 7, 8. We'll just add a sneaky extra stitch there. No one will know. It's because the kids will just, like I say, the kids just start halfway through. They don't care. They're just like, nah, I'll just start watching it here, like LD Shadow Lady or whatever. I'm like, oh, I can't do it. This was the yarn. The page you were on is trying to send you to this. Yeah, I know. Oh my god, it looks exactly the same. Looks a bit funny on the camera because I've had to change the settings on it, but oh my god. Like, I'm trying to find a bit, like this bit with the yellow and the green. Like this green as well. It is exactly the same. It's conspiracy. Hang on, let me see. Is... Okay. Peyton's Botanica the same as James C. Brett Harmony. It is the same. Maybe they just call it something different. Peyton's Botanic. Oh no, it's Botanica. That is exactly the same because I have the orange that is in the first picture when you Google it. I have the spring and it is exactly the same. Oh, what is this? Although you don't seem to get the blue. It says here the Botanica comes in pansy, earth, spring and moon. I've seen the earth and the moon. I have spring and pansy, but I also have a blue one, which doesn't, you don't, well, I say you, it doesn't have it on there. This is just HY5, so Harmony 5, I guess. Oh, when I googled like they're the same, no one said anything. Oh my god, there's a jumper, and the way that the yarn has worked up in the stripes is exactly the same as how it worked up in the socks that I made. It's the same yarn. It's the same yarn. What is this? It's a conspiracy. Ravelry. Peyton's Australia Botanica. What? Oh my god. I'm in shock. It's the same. That's all I want to shout. It's the same. I can't believe it's not just one ball. The orange is exactly the same, and I've definitely seen the moon and the earth. TY6. I'm trying to see if there's anything on here that kind of matches any of the codes that they have on there. I would assume not, but gentle wash, cool iron, tumble dry. Oh, I can cool tumble dry. 4 mils, yeah. 10 by 10. Ooh, that one says 23 stitches. Mine says 22. And 30 rows. Mine says 28. Although, is this chunky? It's even the same. 78 premium acrylic. 22 cotton. It's the same. Conspiracy theories. Telling you. Well, exactly. What else is there that they're like, well, instead of shipping over what we've got or whatever, we'll buy it or whatever. I'm guessing they buy the rights to make it or something. I don't know. But then put it under their own brand. What's wrong with calling it Harmony by James C. Brett? And as I say, I didn't realise how much James C. Brett yarn I had. I didn't even know that he was a thing. Like, I didn't even know that was a type of yarn until I was going through yarn the other day, and I was like, oh, this is James C. Brett. This is James C. Brett. This is James C. Brett. So apparently my market stall enjoys James C. Brett. Bing, bing. One stitch. One stitch is all it takes. Totally the same. Bought me something the other day. That's naughty. What did you buy? Oh, I'm intrigued. That's very sweet of you. Probably because Peyton's maybe patterns. Maybe bought it from a main supplier somewhere. Possibly. When I googled though, that are they the same? Nothing came up. Like no one had ever, unless I just wrote the wrong thing in. Maybe I searched the wrong terms. Maybe that's like their Australian sector or something. Yeah, maybe James C. Brett was like, oh, I can't afford to take myself over to Australia, and Peyton's were like, we'll do it for you, but we're going to stick our label on it. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe Peyton's had it first, and James C. Brett was like, like some kind of yarn pirate. I was like, I'm gonna take this. I think I know who it was. No one has asked the question. Nobody. People probably just haven't noticed because, I mean, how many people live in the UK are also friends with someone in Australia who also knits or crochets or uses yarn, who just happens to buy some and their friend also have the same one? It's quite the coinkydink. It is a conspiracy. Oh God. I better go lock my door in case the Illuminati come for me. Figured out their yarn conspiracy. We're gonna die! They're gonna take all our yarn! No! If it disappears off the shelves in soon, we'll know why. Yep, I'm gonna just finish this row, I think, and then I'm gonna head on off because I need to eat and I need to go and get. I've got to go out in a bit. Otherwise, I'd stream for longer. But I gotta go. Head on out very soon. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure about this leg. It's very thick. Let me look at finished McGonagall. Oh yeah, they are quite, she does have quite big legs. Also the arms go inside sleeves, so maybe that's why they're a bit shorter. Would make sense, I guess. Right. I am going to head on off. I'm going to go get something to eat my jacket potatoes. But thank you very much for hanging out with me today. A big thank you to Dim for the bits, to everyone who has followed, Lilac for the host, Wolfman for the host. I just saw that. Sorry, Wolfman. I think I missed it earlier. And a very big thank you to Hexadoodle for the raid. If you haven't, be sure to hit the follow button to know when I go live again. All being well, I should be live tomorrow. I'm going to be starting, I think I'm going to be starting the Hollow Knight because I'm going to continue working on McGonagall off stream because I want to see what the pattern is like finished and like how big it is and how easy it is to do before, like as I say, before I commit to doing the other characters like Dumbledore and Hagrid and stuff, which look amazing. And like there's like Hermione holding books and Harry in his Quidditch kit. It looks cool. But I want to see, I kind of tried to pick the more basic one to see sizes and stuff like that. So I'm going to continue with McGonagall off stream. But tomorrow we shall start crocheting the Hollow Knight, which I'm very excited for. And then Wednesday we're going to play Hollow Knight. And I'm even more excited for that. So as I say, thank you for coming and hanging out with me. Here are some social links. Oh, that's not how you spell social. Some social links and a Discord link just in case you wanted them. But I hope you have a lovely, lovely, marvellous Monday. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. In fact, we'll go raid. I've just seen that Anna is live. So we're going to go and raid Anna. So you can go and say hi there. You can use the raid message if you want. I will be raiding and running because I'm going to go and eat. But thank you very much for hanging out with me. We'll go say hi to Anna. She's doing some diamond painting, which hopefully I'll be able to pick one up soon and we can do some more diamond painting. But have a lovely rest of your day. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.